Josh Van de Waal here. Today I'm going to be showcasing my completed PHP 3 CLC project. This is for the final milestone. My project is called Prestige, and it will be loading here in a moment. This is my home screen. Sorry about that noise there. I'm in a noisy environment, so any background noise I apologize for. It has some general information about the site and encouragement for people to register, some pictures and such. And here is the registration button. The user is asked to make an account, and they provide some information to us, their name, email address, and password. There's a problem here. If I hit sign up, it appears I didn't enter a valid email address because testing isn't a valid email address. So I should correct that. And I didn't fill out a field, so I have to do that. And the password. Minimum password length is 4 characters, so I'll correct that, enter a valid email, and I think I can actually make an account. And now I can sign in. I sign in with my email address, my password. I'm on the home page. Here I see suggested jobs that I can sign up for or apply for. And I can also search for other jobs. I can hit apply now, or I can decide to look for more specific things. Here are some results based on the keyword I entered. Now, I was searching by company, but I can also search by title. And I find results based on the title field or by description. And I find some results based on the description. Now, if I were to enter no search term and just search by company, I'm told that no jobs match the search. Instead of going through the database and saying everything that matches an empty string, which would be everything, I'm just saying that's not good enough. Give me a better search term. Because no search term is no search. On the other hand, if I'm much too general, I'm told that I have a very large result set and I should consider refining my search. That about covers it for job searching, but I probably want to set up a profile so that hiring managers and recruiters will notice me. Now, I don't have a profile yet, and Prestige is smart enough to know it. It sends me right to the Create Profile screen. Once I make the profile, it will send me to a profile page. I have a calendar to pick my birth date. And I have a phone number field. This is some contact information and general information. My profile has been created. If something changes, like my phone number or my location, I can edit it. And the edit has come through. I can also add some things that I include on my resume that'll help me get a job, like my job history, my education, and my skills. have a calendar to pick my position start date and end date. And now my job history appears here. I can view it, see the information presented, and edit it if I made a mistake with the calendar, let's say. And I can delete it as well. Now, this is a permanent and destructive action, so Prestige is asking whether I really want to do this. And I do, and it's gone. Now I want to add an education. Let's say a school, a degree. If I fail to fill out a form correctly, the red underline appears telling me, hey, this isn't done properly. I can also edit my education, view the details and edit. And my edit has gone through. I can remove the education. It's a destructive action. This time I'm going to cancel. Nothing happens because I canceled it. But I do want to delete it. So there we go. Education removed. And I can add some of my skills. Have a skill. View. Edit. And the edit has gone through. And as usual, I can remove. So that just about sums up the power of the profile and portfolio. I'll now move on to Affinity Groups. So Affinity Groups are a group of people who have some common interest, and it's a way of professionals networking on Prestige. At the moment, since this is a new user, they have not made any groups, so they're given this advice message, make a group that people can join. They have not joined any groups, so join a group to make new people is showing. So if they want to find some groups, they can discover groups. And here are some groups. So they can view a group without having to join it, see who is in this group, and the description and the name, and they can join that group. Now that group appears under their memberships section. If they decide they don't want to be there anymore, they can leave the group. But before I do that, I'll demonstrate one more feature. If I view the group, I can also view the profile of one of the members of the group. I can't edit their profile like I could edit my own profile. This is just a view only section or page. All right, so now I'm back on the group page, and I'm going to go back again. All right, here is the Affinity Groups page, and I'm going to demonstrate creating an Affinity Group. Now I want this group to be called Testing Cascade Deletes. That's the name. Or description, I should say. All right, and then I created the group. I can view the group, and I have the power to edit. Just test. And let's validate that the changes have gone through. They have. Perfect. Now, if someone else joins my group, I could kick them out of the group if I wanted to. I'll demonstrate that by signing out, signing back in as a different user. Now signed in as a different user. And I'm going to go to the groups and find the test group. There's the test group. I'm going to join. So I'm now a member of the test group. I'm going to sign out. And I'm going to sign in as testing.com. Now it looks like someone has joined my group. I don't want him here, so I'm going to kick him. It is a destructive action, destroying a membership. I will allow it. And that guy is out of my group. Okay, now that summarizes most of the regular user features. Although now that I think about it, there's one thing I didn't show. Our passwords are in fact case sensitive. When I signed this user up, I used all lowercase root. So I'm going to sign out and try and sign in with that, or with all capital root. I've turned my caps lock on. This is all caps. I'm not signed in because that is not the right password. All right, so now I'm going to demonstrate some admin functionality. And to do that, I'm going to sign in as an admin. And I see the admin page link now appears on this nav bar. It wasn't there before, but the nav bar is smart enough to know that I'm the admin, and it's going to offer me that option. So I'm on the account administration page. Here I can take a look at the users in our database, their role on the website, whether that be the default role or the administrator role. I can see whether they are enabled or not, that is, whether they're allowed to log in. I can view their profile. This will be that protected profile view we've already taken a look at. I'm not allowed to edit their information. That would be rude, but I can look at it. Now I can suspend a user if I want to. There's a new guy here called Testing, and it seems kind of like a spam account. Testing is nobody's name, so I'm going to toggle his suspended status. Now we see that he is suspended, but I'm not just going to have you take my word for it. I'll sign out and sign back in with the user I created earlier, or at least attempt to. This is lowercase root. The caps lock is off again. Nothing doing. He is suspended. I'll sign back in as the admin. And take a look at another piece of functionality, the delete button. I've really had enough of this testing guy. I'm just going to delete him. It's a destructive action, so of course I'm prompted to determine whether that's what I want to do, and it is. And he is gone. Now, besides account administration, there's job post administration. Now, this is what allows us to put the job posts out there for our users to find. And here I have a list of the job posts displaying. I can add a post, view a post, delete a post, and under view a post, there will be an edit button. But first things first, I'm going to add a post. And I want to call this post test post. The title of test title. Or that is the company name. I said a little wrong thing there, but the company name is test title. Field will be test field. And that's the field of work that this job falls under. Test description. Okay, great. Now at the bottom of the list, here it is. If I want to go search for it on the home page, I'll search for the company called Test. There it is. Now back on the admin page in the job post management, I can go ahead and view some details here, and I can make edits. Test company 2. And update it in the database. But that post is not a real post. It's not going to hire anybody, so I'm going to delete it. And I'm sure. All right, well, that shows the admin functionality. and I've already showed the regular user functionality. So I think it is now time to turn to REST APIs. Prestige has a REST API that allows developers to use our data in their app. Don't have to log into our website or anything. So I am going to see if I remember the name of this URI from memory. I want to find a user. Oh, well, I don't have to go by memory. I'm going to look for a user's profile by their ID. All right, so I'm given an error code of 200. That means everything is okay. There's no error, as this message indicates. And here's all the data on a user. This API is professionally documented in Swagger, so if I want to understand what all this stuff means, I can do so there. Now I want to get a different user, and I assume there's a lot of users of this site. It's so well designed and good, so I'm going to go for a big ID number. That's how wrong you can be. There's no user with that ID number. So I get an error code of 404, and that it means that there is a profile not found, and I get no data. So having no luck there, I'm going to try a different URI. I'm going to go job post REST. This should give me all the job posts. I can use this in my app to show people the jobs on Prestige. And that is all the job posts and all the information. This is, of course, also on Swagger for those wanting to understand all the parts of these JSON arrays, all the few elements. There we go. And so now I'm going to provide an ID, find a specific job post. And I find a specific job post, 200, okay. Information like the title, field, description. And I'm going to try a job post that doesn't exist. No, no luck. 404, and not found. Now that was quite a long video, and there's a lot of functionality in this website, but I think I have shown it all. I was a little light on the data validation, I guess. I showed it for registering, and I'll go back and try like an edit form, clear out information, and leave a blank field. Oh, I gotta fill out the field. No luck. So that goes across all of our forms like this, edit forms and create forms. For instance, if I want to create an affinity group, I'm going to leave both these fields blank and see what happens. No luck. So our data validation is in place. We are keeping people from creating passwords shorter than 4 characters. We are making valid email addresses and requiring fields on forms. I believe I've covered everything. Thank you for watching this presentation of Prestige Professional Network.